Dear students, the next one from 12th standard semiconductor, one important topic. Okay, and just I have to introduce the topic with the basic idea. Listen, so you know very well in the diode, junction diode, it is P region and N region. It will be connected with the forward bias. Okay, so you know very well in the forward bias what happened. So it is a positive and negative, positive to P region, the negative to region. So this is known as forward bias. Okay, so in the forward bias, okay, in the P region, the majority charge carriers are holes. In the N region, majority charge carrier are, what is it, electrons. So when the potential is increasing, what happens? That the depletion region is reducing. That means that the electron transfer to the P side, this holes is transferred to the N side. Okay, so that the region is reducing. Okay, so you know very well. So what happened here? So I try to explain with the help of this energy level diagram. So we know that in the energy level diagram, this is valence band, this one conduction band. So actually here, say for example, in the valence band electrons, now we can supply the energy. Now we can supply the energy by using the battery. Okay, so you know that this is the energy gap, that is Eg. Okay, so we should supply the energy more than this energy gap, then only the electrons will be overcome the energy gap and jump to the conduction band. So what is the condition here? That applied energy is more than this energy gap. Okay, so this is very well already. Okay, but now what I am going to discuss, suppose when the electrons jumping from conduction band to valence band, what happened? That is the question. Okay, see that? So now suppose the electrons jumping from conduction band to valence band, what happened? So now the electrons is here. So it is jumping from valence band to, conduction band to valence band. So like a simple example, for example, it is on one building. It is ground floor, it is a top floor. When you move from valence, ground floor to top floor, we need more energy. Maybe we are using lift or we are using the steps. So many ways are there. But anyhow, we require more energy to move from ground floor to top floor. Suppose if you are coming from top floor to ground floor, less energy enough. So easily you are coming by the steps. Or otherwise, if anybody push you, very little energy enough. Okay, so that is best example I think. So if anybody push you, so very less energy enough to coming from conduction band to valence band. So top floor to ground floor. Okay, so in that situation, what happened? Just you remember that Bohr's atom model. So in the Bohr's postulates, so we know that it is a lower level, it is a higher level. When the higher level to lower level, the electrons is jumping, what will happen? It will be emit radiation in the form, okay, it will emit some energy in the form of radiation. That is, that E is equal to h mu. You remember this concept. The same thing only happened here. The conduction band is higher level, higher energy level. Valence band is lower energy level. The jumping from here to here, it will be emit some energy as a radiation. That is E is equal to h mu. Okay. So from valence band to conduction band, we supplied more energy comparing with the energy gap. But conduction band to valence band, we need enough energy. So E is less than Eg. Okay. So the same thing we are going to explain with the help of the diode. So you know very well, this is like a normal diode. So it is like a normal diode. Okay, P region and N region. But The same forward bias, if it is happen here, what happen? Energy will emit as a radiation. So that is photons will be emit. So this is known as light emitting diode. So this abbreviation we can say that LED, light emitting diode. Okay. So now I am going to explain that. Listen, the same diode only, okay, but with small alteration. Okay. Say for example, it is P region, it is N region. You can connect it with the forward bias. Okay, forward bias. So now you know that usually in the forward bias that depletion region will be going to minimize. Okay. Then in the forward bias, you know, in from the N side electrons will reach to P side, and then P side holes to reach the N side, that majority charge carriers. But here actually what happened? So we know that here that the region is there, that is the potential barrier region, the depletion region. Okay, so in this region from the N side, that electrons to cross and enter to cross the what is that barrier and to enter into the P region. So in the P region, it will be recombined with the holes. Okay. So at the time to emit the energy as a radiation in the form of light. So here to emit the energy in the form of light. Maybe here the holes also they recombine with the electrons in the N region. Okay, so this outcoming that light energy we can collect it by using the transparent window or like a dome, like a transparent dome, that is LED. Okay, so here it is like a normal LED, but if you observe that one more transparent window is there, we can get the light as output. So that only I mentioned here. Okay, so this is the function of LED. Okay, right. So very important point here, energy gap is nearly equal or it will be less than the energy gap. Okay, so the required energy gap level is, that is E is equal to 1.8 electron volt. This is the sufficient energy. Okay, if we have this much energy, then only we can get light energy as output. Actually here what happens, applied energy is, what is it, electrical energy, but we can get that light energy. It is photoluminescence, electroluminescence. Okay, from the electricity to we can get light energy. So that is the principal name. That is, we can say that is electroluminescence or light and electrical energy converted into light energy. Oh, okay. So the minimum energy level is what? 1.8 electron volt. Okay. Shall we use silicon and germanium is acting as LED? No, we can't use, because we know that for silicon energy gap is that is 1.1 electron volt. Then for germanium that is 0.7 electron volt. But minimum we record energy level is, that is 1.8 electron volt. So then only we can get visible light. For example, we can say that then one more thing, the silicon and germanium is called, that is elemental semiconductor. So this elemental semiconductor we can't use. So we can take that there is a compound semiconductor. So compound semiconductor means, say for example, that is a gallium arsenide, then gallium arsenide phosphate, then gallium phosphate. So this kind of things we can say that is a compound semiconductor. This only we are going to use in as acting as a LED. Say for example, this gallium, the combinations of gallium arsenide, this is only it is acting, it is useful in the remote. So we know that remote, that is a TV remote. So in the TV remote, the LED is there, but we can't, that light will not visible because that is IR radiation. Okay. Then one more thing, this energy level is that is less than 1.8 electron volt. So only we didn't get what is it, visible light. So because the infrared, it's not visible. Okay, next red color, it will be visible. Okay, up to violet. Okay, so later next one, the gallium arsenide and phosphide. So this emitting that color is uh, red and yellow, red and yellow. Like that, then this energy gap value is, that is 1.9 electron volt. Actually this is more than this 1.8, so you can get more intensity rate. Okay, like that. Now, next one, the gallium phosphide can get that red color and the green color light. Okay, okay students. So this is the explanation for the